Mais ta putain de
Alexia runs to the train station to be shocked by all the wanted posters of her. She runs to the restroom and proceeds to brutally hit herself to break her nose and alter her appearance. The movie starts with a doctor and his young daughter, Alexia, driving down the street while listening to some music. Alexia, who's sitting in the back seat, starts annoying her father, making sounds above the music. Then Alexia doesn't heed her father's warning to stop and continues to cause mayhem. Then, all of a sudden, she takes off her seatbelt and proceeds to stand. Her father is horrified and concerned for Alexia's safety, and so when he turns back from the wheel to scold her and put the seatbelt back on, the car crashes. The father is okay, but Alexia is taken to the hospital. After long and complicated neurosurgery, where the surgeons are forced to put a titanium plate in Alexia's head, she recovers and is discharged from the hospital. However, the impact of the surgery has a lasting emotional effect, and Alexia and her parents start to grow apart, while she develops an appreciation and attachment to the family car. About 20 years later, Alexia still lives at home with her parents, but their relationship has gotten colder than ever before. She works as a showgirl at a motor show, where she has to perform seductive choreography to attract buyers. One night at work, Alexia performs her choreography in the car she was assigned to sell and proceeds to sign autographs for her fans. At the end of the night, while Alexia takes a shower and prepares to go home, she meets a fellow showgirl named Justine. The two introduce themselves to one another and get to know each other better. Then, as Alexia gets in her car to leave, a male fan comes up to her and asks her for an autograph. As she gives him one, he proceeds to profess how much he loves her and starts to kiss her. Alexia returns his kiss long enough to have the man drop his guard. Then she takes out her hair stick, stabs the man in the neck, and murders him. Alexia then puts the man's body in the back seat and returns to the now closed motor show to take a shower and wash off the man's blood. As she takes the shower, she hears a noise coming from the closed showroom and goes to check out what's going on. There, Alexia is surprised to see that the car she was modeling has turned on by itself, and she decides to go closer and inspect the situation. She approaches the car and enters the back seat, and then gets intimate with the car. The next morning, Alexia wakes up feeling unwell. She leaves her bedroom and finds her father watching the news that reports the seemingly random deaths of multiple people in the area. The news details that all the murders have similarities and that a serial killer is suspected to be on the loose. Alexia ignores the news and nonchalantly has breakfast until she finds her mother and tells her that her stomach is not well. Alexia's mother arranges for her father to do some physical examination and check on her. The doctor confirms that everything seems to be in order and tells her that there's nothing to be worried about. A few days later, Alexia, still feeling unwell, attends a house party with Justine. There, Alexia feels queasy and notices that her body feels different, so she decides to take a pregnancy test, hiding in the restroom. To Alexia's dismay, the pregnancy test comes out positive. She takes a moment to process the news and then takes one of her hair sticks to use it to attempt an abortion. After a painful few minutes of trial, Alexia realizes that the abortion is hopeless and gives up on it. To make matters worse and more confusing, when she starts to clean herself, she notices that motor oil is coming out of her instead of blood. Alexia then leaves the bathroom, returns to Justine, and starts to get intimate with her. Then, all of a sudden, Alexia stabs Justine with her hair stick multiple times and kills her. She then moves through the rest of the house, trying to find people and kill them. She manages to do so and kills all of the party attendants except for a young lady who overpowers Alexia and escapes from the house of horrors. Alexia then takes a blanket to cover herself and the blood from all the gruesome murders she committed and goes home. Once there, she goes to the basement and starts setting the blanket on fire, hoping to destroy evidence. During this time, Alexia inadvertently sets the house on fire, but instead of being shocked and trying to get help, She runs upstairs, makes sure both of her parents are sleeping in their bedroom, and locks their bedroom door from outside, remorselessly dooming them to burn. She then runs out on the street and takes a cab to the local train station to figure out what her next steps should be. Once there, she is shocked to see her face posted on the screens around the station as a murder suspect. As she walks around the station trying to avoid being noticed, Alexia sees a poster of Adrien Legrand, a boy who's been missing for 10 years. Then, his computed, age-corresponding picture of what he would look like today, 10 years later, as a teenager, comes up. Alexia comes up with an idea to change her identity and impersonate the boy to avoid capture. Then, Alexia heads straight to the restroom, where she transforms herself. She cuts her hair, tapes her breasts and her pregnant belly, and remorselessly breaks her nose, successfully altering her appearance. On the other side of town, firefighter and captain of the local fire station, Captain Vincent Legrand's colleague asks him if he's okay and if he wants to do a DNA check, as a young man has shown up claiming to be his son, Adrien, who was lost when he was only 10 years old. Captain Vincent refuses to take a DNA test, claiming that his gut tells him that the boy is his. Captain Vincent takes Adrien, who still hasn't uttered a word, home. On their way to the fire station, Captain Vincent and Adrien meet a young firefighter named Cheyenne, who skeptically congratulates the captain on his son's arrival. Captain Vincent and Adrien then drive to the captain's house. On the way, the captain promises Adrien that he will kill anyone who ever tries to hurt him. Inside the house, Andre gets to his room and can't wait to be free to be Alexia and remove the plasters that are holding the growing body too tight. Then, as Alexia undresses, she escapes Captain Vincent's arrival just in time as he comes to the room and collects Adrien's clothes for laundry. Captain Vincent then goes to his bathroom and takes his daily dose of steroid injection, which he takes hoping to stay fit for his job as he grows old. The next morning, Captain Vincent takes Adrien to the station and introduces him to the rest of the men, while warning them to respect him. Adrien spends the day at the station learning new things as he tags along with the team to rescue a burning building. That evening, over dinner, Captain Vincent tries to talk to Adrien to no avail. He then lovingly tells him that he will patiently wait for him until he's ready to talk. Then the captain puts on his favorite song and starts dancing and invites Adrien to join him. Adrien runs to the door to escape, but seeing that the captain wasn't chasing him, returns. Adrien joins the captain, and after dancing for a bit, the dance changes into a fight, which the captain easily wins. However, the frustrated captain holds down Adrien and gives him the house keys to leave, if he so wishes. Adrien takes the key and runs out of the house. He walks for a while and gets on the bus, but has a change of heart and gets off it. Meanwhile, back at the captain's house, Captain Vincent takes too much steroids and faints. Adrien returns to the captain's house and is shocked to find him lying on the floor. Adrien helps and takes care of him.
Réveille-toi, papa.
Captain Vincent slowly wakes up and is okay. The next day, Adrien tags along with the fire squad once again as they help an unconscious man. With Captain Vincent's guidance, Adrien attempts to do CPR and helps calm the family of the patient. When they leave, Captain Vincent is so proud of his son's effort and hugs him to congratulate him. On their way back, as they ride in the fire truck, Rayanne goes online and sees a wanted picture of Alexia, which looks too familiar and resembles Adrien. Later that day, as the fire squad, together with the captain and Adrien, go out dancing and drinking to blow off some steam, Rayanne takes the captain aside and attempts to tell him what he has found about Adrien, but the captain shuts him down completely. Rayanne is pissed off by the captain's ignorance and gets in Adrien's face to tell him to crawl back to where he came from. One day, Andre hears on the news that the search for the serial killer that has terrorized the south of France is still ongoing. He changes the channel quickly, right before Alexia's picture comes up. Despite everyone being skeptical and not having definite proof, Captain Vincent chooses to believe that his long-lost son has somehow found his way back home. Alexia takes advantage of the captain's pain and gullibility to comfortably escape capture. However, Alexia, as Adrien, has grown very fond of the captain, and even though they still don't speak much, they have developed trust and understanding between them, and so the captain invites his ex-wife to show her that her son has finally returned. Upon their first meeting, Adrien's mother tries to keep an open mind, but soon realizes that the whole thing doesn't add up. She tries to convince Captain Vincent of her suspicions, but lets go when he's resistant. Then as she goes to speak to Adrien in private, she she finds Alexia naked and in pain. Adrian's mother puts her feelings aside and tells Alexia that she doesn't care who she is or how she got there, and makes her promise to take care of Captain Vincent as he needs company. Adrian sticks to his promise and looks after Captain Vincent, keeps him company, and even helps him with his steroid shots.
On va faire pousser tout ça.
A few days later, as Alexia takes a shower, she notices motor oil coming out of her and is alarmed. Captain Vincent hears the scream from inside the bathroom and barges in to check on Adrian, but is surprised to see Alexia's breast as her towel falls off her body. Captain Vincent tells Andre that whoever he is his son, and covers her up with the towel before leaving. A few days later, there's a big party at the fire station where everyone drinks, dances, and has a good time. The squad members push Adrian onto the fire truck and cheer him on to dance. Adrian is stuck for a while but goes on to perform Alexia's showgirl choreography, shocking and disgusting the firefighters. Captain Vincent walks in, sees the performance, and embarrassedly walks out. The captain goes to his house and tries to set himself on fire out of disappointment but changes his mind just in time. Later that night, Alexia stays back and gets intimate with one of the fire trucks. The next morning, as Alexia tries to plaster her body to return home, she goes into labor and her belly starts to split up. She walks and crawls to the captain's house, fighting with the excruciating agony, and finds the captain in his bedroom. She goes in, lies next to him, and tells him that she loves him. As the captain tells her that he loves her too, Alexia tries to seduce him, but he pushes her away and proceeds to leave. Alexia cries out for the captain to stay, as she is in so much pain and needs a lot of help. The captain couldn't abandon her. His firefighter training kicks in, asks Alexia to sleep on her back, and proceeds to deliver the baby. Alexia couldn't even push hard enough due to the immense amount of pain paralyzing her body, but the captain helped her through. She somehow manages to push, and her baby is born. However, on the last push, Alexia's titanium plates start cracking through her head, and she dies. The captain tries to perform CPR, to no avail. Captain Vincent is extremely sad but proceeds to take care of the baby, which is shown to have patches of titanium. With that, the strange journey of Alexia ends, and is imparted to the devoted father who now has to take care of a mysterious newborn. Did this story spook you out? Let us know in the comments below. For more horror movie recaps, subscribe to our channel and we will see you in the next one. Fear awaits you.